Yo guys, welcome back to another video. I know it's been a minute, but I am finally back and ready to start making videos again. I'm not going to go into too much detail to let you guys know, what has all been happening. I've made several videos on it, or if you guys were on the Discord, then, I talked about it quite a bit. So I'm not going to go too much in depth on why I was gone here and too many updates, because we've got a lot to go through here on this video. There's just a lot of content here, and yeah, but I am back, and that is what is important, and I've got tons of videos to come this month, so when you guys are seeing this, hopefully Friday, there should be another video coming out this weekend as well, and tons of reviews and stuff like that coming as well, so stay tuned for all that. But yes, I am finally back, and today, I figured I'd come back with an absolute banger. So over the last month that I've been off of YouTube, I've been trying to get in touch with a lot of other creators in Mangatube, and I talked to a lot of people, and I have quite a few here today joining me to talk about what is our favorite manga covers. And yeah, so special thanks to everybody who is a part of this. The links to all of their channels will be in the description, and also a shout out to all the creators who did interact with me. There sadly was many who didn't have the time or were just unable to. That is okay, I'm willing to work with anybody in the future if they want to be a part of something, or if they want to invite me to do something, it's all good. But yeah, special thanks to them, and a special thanks for everybody who is in this video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
Yo, I'm Nova's a Boss on YouTube, and today I heard we were talking about our favorite manga covers. So you can just call me Nova, and before I jump in to my all-time favorite manga cover, I do have one honorable mention, and to just preface this by saying that there are so many covers that I absolutely adore and love that it was really hard to choose, but I'm just going to jump into the ones that I selected. So if I had to go by series covers that I absolutely love and consistency, I kind of just love the vibe of the I Am a Hero manga. So I chose I Am a Hero, and basically it's a all-white cover, basically released by Dark Horse, and it is a front cover that has a break in the middle, but then does lead into a continuing back cover, which I love. And it is all white, which is clean, but then the silhouette of a colored figure or character that is left in the middle or somewhere on the page, and then the I Am a Hero logo covered in blood, just red. It's awesome. I love it. The whole series is like this. It's beautiful, and I just adore it. But if I had to factor in everything into a cover, I just didn't get a feeling like I did than what I got with this one, which is the specific last cover of Fire Punch, which is volume 8. And I really loved this one because it wraps up everything in the story to a T, as in, like, the cover just, it makes sense, everything that goes on, and just the overall art is amazing. Tatsuki Fujimoto is a wonderful mangaka, and I love his stuff. So the story along with the art is great. Now, I don't even think this series is as good as Chainsaw Man, but it is still a wonderful cover that I will never forget with the ride of the series that it took me on. So I will love that until the end of time, pretty much. And like I said, there are so many good covers, but I just had to get that out of the way. So that's my part. Yeah, so I'll see you guys.
Hello everyone, it is so nice to meet you. As a visual medium, it is no surprise that there are hundreds upon hundreds of beautiful covers in the world of manga. When I think about my favorite covers though, one series immediately comes to mind, my beloved Noragami. I'm not picking Noragami because it's one of my favorite manga, but because this series has some of the most beautiful covers I have ever seen. Every Noragami cover features a stunning watercolor illustration, and the series overall can be easily recognized for its eye-catching, colorful spines. Those two details alone already pushed Noragami to the top of my favorite manga covers list. But in this sea of beauty, one cover stands out to me as my all-time favorite manga cover ever, Noragami Volume 16. Let's just admire this for a second. I love this cover so much. First of all, it's blue, one of my favorite colors. But unlike the other Noragami covers that use a solid, textured color as the backdrop, this one is a magical, clear, starry blue sky. How special is that? When I saw it for the first time, I swear I fell in love. It's way too lovely, and it makes this cover illustration all the more lovely too. Yato, Hiyori, and Yukine are among my favorite manga trios, and I'm always wishing them happiness. So seeing them relax together on this cover makes me feel so happy too. Life is all about those quiet, inconsequential moments of calm, and I think this cover captures that peaceful feeling perfectly. I know I feel so content whenever I see this cover, and I hope you can appreciate its beauty now too. To cap things off, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to Luke for inviting me to participate in this collab, and for being so patient with me. I'm glad you're back on YouTube, and I can't wait to see what ideas you come up with next.
What's good? My turn. Gas Collects here. Favorite covers. So I was thinking, I could go with Naruto. It has a lot of fantastic covers. It's very simple compared to a lot of other stuff. I could also have gone with my favorite series currently, which is Tokyo Revengers. Oh, second favorite series, I'd say. They have a lot of banger covers. I pulled this out because it's one of the more recent ones that are absolutely fantastic. I was also considering Magi. Magi doesn't have a single bad cover, but in the end, I settled on my favorite series, and it's a shonen series that is not too well known, but it's not unknown either. But the cover I went with was Volume 17, not only because it was a important volume, but also because this cover is absolutely gorgeous. The character design is perfect, and this character is one of my favorite characters in Blue Exorcist, and it's a big turning point for the story and the specific character. And I mean, just look at the detail of this. It's absolutely gorgeous, and the colors pop even though it's very simple and it's a lot of white and cream. But I don't know, there's just something about the composition and the entire layout of this is just absolutely fantastic. And I mean, what's better than having a absolutely beautiful cover with one of your favorite characters in your favorite series? So that's why this is my favorite cover in my collection.
Hi there, my name is Jedi Templar, and MLGman asked me to just give a quick talk about my favorite manga cover. So I chose My Hero 20. I'm gonna put an image up on screen. I'm gonna edit my own little part to help out. Yeah, but My Hero 20. It just reminds me of Star Wars a lot, because the author is a big fan of Star Wars. And with Deku in the middle, reaching up like Luke with the lightsaber, reaching up in the classic Star Wars poster. You got like the image of the villain in the background. In that case, it was Vader. In this one, it's Gentle Criminal. You got his allies on the sides. Overall, it's probably one of my favorite covers in my collection currently. Another quick shout out is Kaiju number 8. Like, their volumes are just clean. Like I love Black Clover ones because I'm a big Black Clover, and One Piece is One Piece. It's top notch, but overall, my favorite is definitely My Hero 20. Peace.
Oh, MLGman. Oh, looking to make a large project. I already have a few creators on board. Basically, look through your manga collection and pick out your favorite cover. Only one? Challenge accepted. So MLGman has so kindly invited me to be a part of this video. So big shout out MLGman, thank you so much for the invite. And the question of the day is, what is my favorite manga cover? Which, as you saw earlier, I have a lot of manga in my collection, so just picking one out of 1,600 plus is a challenge. Some of my favorites include, like, all the covers of Promised Neverland are really awesome. All the covers of Ice Shield 21 are really awesome, as well as Bakemonogatari. So if I had to pick my favorite cover, we're gonna go with this one. Wait, no, not that one. So my actual favorite volume cover out of my entire collection, if I had to pick one, is volume 24 of Air Gear. Now, to preface, I have not read all of Air Gear. I've only read the first like 7-8 volumes. So there are definitely some characters on here that I don't really recognize, but just seeing all of the characters, and O-Grade is one of my favorite artists. And so, I don't know, I just love this cover. This is a cool cover. Big thanks to MLGman for the collab. Favorite volume cover is Air Gear Volume 24.
Hello everyone, I am Misread Manga, and MLGman asked me recently what my favorite manga cover was, and it was actually kind of hard for me to decide because I'm a huge Berserk fan. I want to pick Berserk, and I was originally going to pick a volume of Assassination Classroom, which I really liked, but after looking at all my volumes and all those covers, I think I just had to pick Bleach, the 20th Anniversary Edition. And this one actually just came out recently in August. I really like this volume. I like the spine of it too. I think it looks really good. And I like this new artwork for it too. Only the cover's different, just the outsides. And the inside is still just the beginning of Bleach. So nothing too insane on the inside. I think it even says the same thing that Kubo wrote. And another reason why I had to pick this is because, as you guys all know, Bleach is finally back. I'm very, very excited for this, and I just can't wait. I'm so glad Bleach is finally back, and it's getting the love it's deserved this whole time. Because me personally, out of the big three, Bleach is my personal favorite. So I'm really glad. And I really like this volume a lot. So this is my pick for my favorite cover in my whole collection. And MLGman, thank you again for asking me to be a part of this video. And thank you all for watching.
Hi, my name's Leon, I run a channel called The Nerd Lounge, and first of all, I'd like to say a big thanks for letting me be on this video. When I was asked about what my favourite manga volume cover is, I had a lot of different ideas. One that I thought of almost immediately was Berserk. This is one of my favourite series, but I don't think it's my favourite volume cover. Some other series that came to mind were Chainsaw Man, especially this rainbow-coloured volume 5, and Tokyo Ghoul, which I think the covers of basically every volume are masterpieces. And then my mind floated towards the series Vagabond, which again, every cover is an absolute masterpiece. But the more I sat and thought about it, the more I realized that none of these really encapsulate what I think it means to be the best volume cover. Sure, they reflect the theme, the story, and the art style of the series, but I think there's one volume in particular that is perfect, and that is Naoki Urasawa's 20th Century Boys Volume 20. Now, if you don't know much about this series, it basically follows a group of friends who are tasked with hunting down one of their previous acquaintances or friends who's become this cult leader and is planning to take over the world. And I think in regards to story, this manga cover encapsulates that perfectly. This character on the front is the Friend. He is the main antagonist of the series, a mysterious cult leader figure who we don't know the identity of. And what I think this cover does so well is just how foreboding it is. You have the Friend clutching the earth in his hands as though he is taking it over. And the pose that he has is almost inviting. In the series, he's a master manipulator and he's able to convince so many people to join his cause. And his body language here reflects that almost perfectly. I also absolutely adore the color scheme. Purple is my favorite color and this has a little bit of purple on it. But yeah, my favorite volume cover of all time is 20th Century Boys Volume 20, just because, look at it. I just think it serves its respective series so well, and that's why it's my number one.
This is the best manga cover in my collection. If I have to explain why, then you're not subscribed to MLGman.
Hi, my name is Scott, and I'm with the YouTube channel Geeks That Parent. Now for this challenge of what is the best manga cover of all time, there was many to pick from, but I didn't just want to do the obvious. I didn't want to pick the ones where you can join them together, which is really cool. But the one I had to pick was the one that my wife herself said, oh, that looks really nice. See, my wife doesn't read manga. She doesn't seem that interested in manga. But when she saw that cover, I saw a little glisten in her eyes, maybe even a little hint that maybe she would check it out. Yes, we are judging a book by its cover, and that is the case study of Vanitas. If you look at this gorgeous cover here, we have just some beautiful array of colors. We got some vines. We got this window where we're almost looking into each other. My friends, the masked ball has ended, but the music plays on. Highly recommend checking out. Fantastic series, but if you had to pick a manga where you're looking, that you just hope someday that significant other would want to check it out, well, show them this. They almost can't and hopefully won't say no.
What's going on, everybody? It's Richard. First and foremost, I would like to thank MLGman for reaching out to me and asking me if I'd like to be a part of this video. So what is my favorite manga cover? Berserk Deluxe. Berserk Deluxe is such a beautiful hardback leather kind of cover. It is amazing. It has always caught my eye. No matter if I'm manga shopping, that is the first thing that always catches my eye is the Berserk Deluxe. The design is also so simple for a story that is anything but then again, it is also, I feel like, a mature kind of design to put on such a mature story, so I felt like that is very fitting. And it is honestly, it's just my favorite cover because of how Berserk is just such a great story and has impacted my life. That is the reason I started getting into manga. Berserk. I watched the anime first, I know, and it was the newer one too, so don't hate on me, but that is how I started manga. So yeah, Berserk will always have a special place in my heart. It has gotten me through some tough times, because you always gotta think Guts is going through something 10 times harder. If you were just having a bad day or anything, just think on Guts. He's literally went through the worst possible things imaginable, and he's still just trucking on. So this very, I know my fingerprints are all over it, but it is an amazing story with an amazing cover art. So I want to thank you all for viewing this, and subscribe to MLGman. I want to thank him once again for letting me come out here and do a little clip. So thank you. Have a great day.
Hey, what's going on, guys? First off, I just want to say thank you so much to the MLGman for throwing me on this video. I have been wanting to make this type of video for a long time, you know, so without further ado, let's just hop right into it. I know I don't have much time to talk, but I have a few honorable mentions for some of my favorite manga covers. I know I'm kind of breaking the rules a little bit, but these two covers right here have to be some of my favorite covers in all of my manga collection. I would put some Gantz covers on here if I didn't have the omnibuses, but you know, I'm not gonna spend $1,500 on the singles. Yeah, this cover right here, man, is fantastic. I just love the Luffy crew, man. The Straw Hats crew, just drawn so perfectly, so colorful. Skypiea, this was like the introduction to Skypiea. Loved it. This right here, I have no idea who these characters are or anything. I've read original Dragon Ball, but not Z. Yeah, man, I really just loved this cover from whenever I unboxed it out of the box set. I loved this cover. But to get to my favorite manga cover that I own, even better than any Gantz covers that I own, it has to be volume 31 of Berserk. This cover slaps. The white borders with, you know, the Berserker armor and Guts just consumed by it. What a fantastic, just menacing cover. Man, I love Berserk, and I love the way it goes Berserk. I love Berserk so much. Yeah, just want to say thank you so much to the MLGman for having me on this video. Later, man.
And to close us out here, I'm going to give my favorite manga cover, and again, it's kind of against the rules, but everybody else was doing it, and this is my channel, so I do have a couple of honorable mentions. I have 2 other than the one, so I have 3 here that I'll be showing off and talking about a little bit. But yeah, I guess I'll get into it. The first volume cover I have here is the Abara Complete Deluxe Edition. And just straight away, looking at this thing, it's just beautiful. I still have not read this. There will be a review coming for this at some point in the near future. I do really want to read this. It just looks amazing and is one of the coolest things that I've seen in a grip. But this is something that I did not get to in the last month. Will be soon though. But every time I look in this and look at this and just look inside and see the art, it blows me away. Just how visceral it is and how detailed and gory and just, it's got that feeling, you know? And as you can see on the cover here, there's a bunch of blood and gore. It just looks amazing. My second place pick is a bit of an obvious one. Had to pick it from my favorite manga series of all time. And that, of course, is Vinland Saga. And it doesn't take but 2 eyes to see that this is, you know, my profile pick here on YouTube. At least at the moment it is, and I've had it for quite a while now. And yeah, Vinland Saga, my favorite series, and this is easily my favorite cover from the series. Just Thorfinn standing on a pile of bodies, victorious, with the sun rising in the background. All of the colors just work so well. I love the purple and orange gradient with the sunrise or sunset. It could be either, but I'm pretty sure it's a sunrise. It's just a beautiful cover, and it shows Thorfinn, you know, covered in blood after killing probably an entire army. Yeah, absolutely love it. And my final pick, my absolute favorite manga cover of all time, should not be a surprise to many who've been around on this channel for a while. My favorite manga cover of all time is none other than Chainsaw Man Volume 5. Now, Chainsaw Man is not my favorite series of all time. It's actually like my second favorite series, first being Vinland Saga, of course, as I just said. But I talk about Chainsaw Man constantly because it's great and I love it. It's one of the best manga I have ever read. And I've never been so hyped to read a manga in my life. Like, I seriously read half the series in one sitting. It's amazing. But this cover right here, when I first saw it, this was before I even started collecting Chainsaw Man. So this was like summer of last year. Seeing this cover is what made me start collecting it. Just look at that. Just all of the color, everything just works so well. And it's just an amazing, amazing cover. And yeah, it's my favorite. So guys, thank you all for watching this video. I do greatly appreciate it. If you did like it, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, as well as all of these other wonderful creators I have with me today. Sub to their channels because they decided to work with me on this, and they all make great content that I'm subbed to them myself. Very good people. Yeah, again, the links to their channels will be in the description below. And yeah, I've got more content coming, and I hope you guys enjoy. Peace.